Hey friends, Power Guy, Rob Phoenix here. Beautiful day. It's blazing, wicked hot outside, like way too hot. My phone says it's 89, but it feels like 97. So that to me means it's 97. Unbearable. I walked both dogs and I thought I was gonna die. Yeah, it was that dramatic. So speaking of dramatic, today I just kind of want to share a really cool story with you guys. I'm going to leave out some details specific, like the person's name and such, just because I don't have all the information yet, and I don't want anybody to well, yesterday, myself and two friends took a road trip to an abandoned town in Pennsylvania uh, and walked around the cemetery. The cemetery is still there. I'm not going to say where, just because I don't want people going there to like disturb what I'm about to tell you about. So we were walking around the cemetery, and I have some family buried in this cemetery. The town is long since abandoned, but way in the back of the cemetery, far away from any of the other graves, was this one teeny tiny little lonely grave with a man's name who had died in 1931. It the name didn't mean anything to us. We didn't know, obviously didn't recognize the name. He died almost 100 years ago. But what was cool was on top of his headstone were uh, various coins. They were all quarters and various stones, as if, people were visiting the grave and leaving behind these little tokens. Um, I thought that was really interesting. So when I got home, I looked up the person's name and immediately found tons of information about this person on one of those like find a grave kind of situations online. Um, and it turns out that he was from Lithuania. Him and his brother moved to the United States. They were, well, the person that was the grave we were at, was registered for the draft for World War I, but he never served in the military, because immediately my mind thought of military, because I know like it's common practice to leave coins on military graves. And the type of coin has a meaning. Like for a penny, it means you visited the grave. You leave a nickel and it means you were in the military with that person, like in boot camp. You leave a dime and it means, I think it means you fought in combat with them. And then if you leave a quarter, it means you were present when they died. Well, I found it interesting that the only coins on this grave were quarters. And that means, I mean, if the person is following that tradition, that means that they were present when he died. Now, I did find that he did die at the age of 40. He died of acute alcoholism. He was coal miner, which no surprise for that area. He was a coal miner, and he died from acute alcoholism at the age of 40, and he was buried there. It even says that some things were known about him. He was just kind of a loner, just kind of took solitary walks around the town, and he would eat apples from the apple trees growing. Just a quiet, kind of unassuming person that had this disease of alcoholism that ultimately killed him. But he was a coal miner, and that was not, again, for the time, that was not unheard of. And the only surviving family he had was his brother that lived about 40 minutes away. So coins in the grave really sparked my interest. And looking further on the Find a Grave site, I found that this mysterious woman is leaving like a virtual flowers, like you can do on those websites every year for not just his birthday, but for National Miners Day, just leaving these virtual flowers. So such a fascinating thing. So because I am a member of this find grave site or whatever, I can click on her name, which was not a person's name. It was just this weird title. I clicked on it and I sent her a message asking, like, who are you? And why are are you the one leaving these coins on the site, and why? And what was, so interesting about this person and that died like almost 100 years ago. So I'm still waiting for a response. But this all just happened yesterday. It just really speaks to you know, the sometimes really awesome use of the internet. You just come across this mystery grave, and by the end of the day, you know so much information about the person that's buried there. But there's still a mystery. There's definitely a story there. You know, because he did not serve in the military. So the coins and such might just, you know, might have another purpose. Coins and stones. The only other time I've ever actually seen that was number one on Nelson Raymeyer's stone. You know, I'll leave pennies just to know. You know, I know he wasn't in the military, but leave pennies just to say I visited. It's a lonely grave. But years ago, when I was in Baltimore and I saw the grave for Edgar Allan Poe, and it was just covered in coins, crystals, stones, little notes like folded up. And I, you know, that really like sparked my interest in that kind of thing. Like, wow, these people are really like, they feel a connection to this person, and you know, they're maintaining like some sort of honorable traditions, honoring this person long after they're deceased. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to hearing more, you know, learning more about this story. I hope she responds to me. The last virtual flower she left was this month. You know, I guess to mark like the anniversary of his birth. Well, his birthday, yeah. His birthday was in June and he died in the month of July. I mean, different years, obviously, but really cool stuff. So anyway, that was it. It was, I mean, we did all kinds of interesting stuff yesterday, just on this road trip and just kind of legend tripping. And, but really probably the coolest part was this completely random incident with this grave. And now I just have like a little mystery to solve. And there's a mystery woman involved. I mean, it's very like a Netflix movie. So let's hope nothing spooky comes out of it, but I will definitely like make a video updating, you know, when if I solve it. So that's all I have for today. Stay cool. Way too hot. I am not going out there again. I mean, if the dogs have to go out, I will take them out, but I'm coming right back into all this air in here. So yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good day. God bless you guys. Love you, and talk soon.